Hello, everybody. How you doing? Welcome to episode 21 of PowerTalk, real talk about empowerment and purpose. I am your host, the Professor of Positivity, Dr. John Gray, and welcome. I just want to once again welcome my special guest who will be on here tonight. We have speaker and author, Mr. Shlomo Nash, and right now he is with us in the States, but he is also coming to us by way of Israel. So we're going to have this conversation with him. Welcome, my friend. How are you?
When I look at you with your smile, it just shines on me.
All right. So welcome. I'm going to turn that off, and I'm going to put this on solo right here. This is the book that Shlomo Nash will co-author on. PowerTalk. Perspectives on power, passion, perseverance, and purpose. One of 20 men came together. Yes, I said it. 20 men came together. But let our voices be heard. Once again, this is PowerTalk episode 21. And tonight we're going to be talking about the positive mindset. The positive mindset as it pertains to empowerment and purpose. And once again, I just want to welcome you. I am your host, John Gray. I'm Professor of Positivity. Yes. Welcome. It is good to be here with you. It is good to be here with my friend right here. And I'm going to bring him in. There we go.
Okay.
Hey, my friend, how are you?
Excellent. Doing excellent, John. Dr. John.
Good. How's it going so far? Your trip over here in the States?
It's going very well. Thank you. I came here because my son got married, and it's pretty amazing. You know, he got married, and we had a whole wedding in California. It was really pretty amazing. Had my children come in, and really, it's great to be able to, to have a special ceremony together and bring the family together. You know, especially I had the COVID. You know, similar to what Dr. Angie, what she's going through, and we have our prayers in mind for her. I know what it's like, and I had a somewhat difficult case as well. But you know what? What Napoleon Hill says, every adversity, Dr. John, it carries with it a seed of equal or greater benefit. Yes, we got to get stronger from this, and that's what we're doing. We're getting stronger from this, and we're a fighter, right? Tough times never last. But tough people do. And we're going to be tough, right? So that's it.
Yes. So, listen, thank you for being on. And by the way, your camera's shaking just a little bit.
Okay.
And I think, that's perfect.
Okay, great.
Okay. Let me make sure I put your name at the bottom of the screen so folks can see it. Okay. There we go. All right.
Okay, great.
So we're talking about mindset. We're talking about empowerment. We're talking about purpose. And I'm thinking about the chapter you wrote in the book, which was all about mindset. Talk about mindset because you're a speaker and author. You coach people in terms of being positive minded. Speak about how important that mindset is.
Okay, that's a great question, John, because we become what we feed our mind. We become what we think about. What we think about, we bring about. It's Les Brown that says, what we tune into, we turn into. We've got to, program our mind. Because if we're not going to program our mind with positive, with good things, with things that we want to put in our mind, then life is going to program it for us. There's so much out there, as you know, Dr. John, the doctor of positivity, right? Yes, positivity. Yes. There's so much out there. And they're trying to gain our attention, and they're trying to take away, our greatness that we have and limit us. And we have greatness to share with the world. and we've got to work on ourselves and and realize to bring out the gift that we are, because we have a gift to give to the world. And I want to be the gift that I was born to be, just like you. So I think that the mindset is really, really positive. John, when you're building a building, you have to have a strong foundation.
Yes, you do.
Because if you don't have a strong foundation, the whole thing can fall down, right? You can have a building, 50, 70, 80 towers, floors high. But if your foundation is not strong, the whole thing will collapse. And I think mindset is like that foundation. When you believe in yourself, right, your level of belief in yourself, that will inevitably manifest itself in every single thing we do, right? It's Henry Ford that says, whether you think you can or cannot, you're right.
You're right.
Exactly, because if you think you can, you're right. I think you cannot, you're right. It's all in our mind. So we've got to work on ourselves and on our mind.
What do you think, in your opinion, are the biggest barriers to people claiming that positive mindset? What are the biggest barriers?
I mean, people saying that's not the right way, to follow?
Yeah, what gets in the way of people getting that mindset that they need to succeed and excel? What do you think are the things that get in people's way?
I think that a lot can be, unfortunately, it can be family. Many times our family, Dr. John, they want the best for us. They really do want the best for us, but they don't realize that sometimes they can be doing, the worst things for us, because they're putting us down. They're not encouraging us, to look after and to go after our dreams. We need to act the way we want to be, and soon we'll be the way we act. It was Albert Einstein that said, he said, the imagination, right? He said, the imagination is the preview of what is to come in your life. The imagination. We've got to visualize it. We've got to see, that dream that we really want, that imagination. Live out of our imagination, not out of our history, not out of our paradigms. We were taught when we were younger children, and and ingrained into us. We have to change that program. Change the program and live out the imagination, and realize that we've got greatness in ourselves, as Mr. Les Brown says, our mentor. And so true. We have so much to give to the world. And, I almost feel like I have a responsibility, Dr. John, a responsibility, a duty, and a, responsibility, a duty, and an obligation to really share, what we have with the world, because we can really help. We can really give some people, some people might be in a deep, dark place, in a pit. And that's what I was speaking about in my book, right? In that pit. Many people are in a pit. Many people are in a difficult situation, and we empathize with them. But realize, ladies and gentlemen, life is a transition, and you can get out from that pit. And just as Joseph in the Bible, he was thrown in that pit, and that's what I talk about in the book, right? He was thrown in that pit, and it looked very bad for him, very difficult, right? And somehow he got out, and he came to greatness, and he became the second to the king in all of Egypt.
Yeah.
And I make the comparison about my father, Joseph Nash. His name was Joseph. Can you imagine, Dr. John? His name was Joseph, and he was thrown. He was jumped in a pit. And if you read the book, you'll know what it's talking about. Yeah. And he came out, and somehow, with God's grace, he came out and gave greatness to this world. He made this world shine by helping other people. And I'm so grateful that I have, that you've connected with you, Dr. John, the professor of positivity, together with your lovely wife and Dr. Angie. We wish her the best to be well and have a speedy recovery.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful that I connected with you and I'm able to share this greatness of my father with the world.
I want to talk about that for a moment. I want to talk about that book. And I'm going to put it back up here for the folks to see on the screen real quick. There you go. And it's so interesting that I connected with you through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
Why did you feel it necessary to be a part of this anthology in this book and tell your father's story?
Good question. I know that what my father told me, and he didn't tell me a lot because I was the youngest in my family, but I know that I had to share it. I know that possibly that this story, which actually happened, possibly can help people. And if it can help someone, even one person out there, Dr. John, one person out there, if it can help him, I did my job. I'm able to bring light to the world, to do something special, to take a person out from a difficult situation, and give them some light. My father always said, he said that to give a smile, Dr. John, doesn't cost you anything, but it can do something special for someone, So I want to smile. Nothing can dim the light, Dr. John. Nothing can dim that light that shines from within. No matter where you go, no matter what the weather, always bring your own sunshine. And when I see you always bring your own sunshine to all of, on the podcast and sharing it with everybody. And really, I'm honored to be a part of your legacy here, because you're helping people. And I'm grateful.
We're now connected, my friend. I mean, we're building this together. I mean, and there's no going back. We're part of each other's legacy now.
That's right. No going back.
What I'd like you to do, for those who may not have read the book, first of all, when I read the chapter, it really brought me to tears because I was like, this needs to be a movie. But give us a quick synopsis of what you wrote about. Let people know what you wrote about.
Okay. First of all, my father, when he was in Nazi Germany, we're talking about 1939, and at the beginning of the war, when he was in concentration camp, he was put into a camp, many camps, and he was a young boy. And I want our listeners to think about it. Where were you when you were 15 and a half years old? What were you doing? What were you playing? Maybe in the, soccer, maybe went out to, football game. When my father was 15 and a half years old, Dr. John, he was taken out one day to be put on a firing squad, to be eliminated from this world, to be wiped off the face of the earth. I can't understand it. I can't fathom it even. Before the German officer, before he fired, now there are about 18 young kids that are standing in front of a pit. Before the German officer said, ready, aim, before he said fire, my father jumped in the pit. If the German officer would have seen him, he would have killed him on the spot. With the grace of God, he was saved.
Wow.
Unbelievable. All of these bodies on top of him. I don't even know how he got out. I tried to figure it out, tried to ask my siblings, but I don't know even. Somehow he got out. He wasn't supposed to make it. He wasn't supposed to make it, and I was not supposed to be here. Dr. John, I wasn't supposed to be here.
Wow.
So I know that, God in heaven has blessed me. I've got 7 children. I've got 8 grandchildren. I wasn't supposed to be here. This lineage was not supposed to be here.
Wow, that's a powerful, testament to purpose. God had a purpose for you.
Yeah. And therefore, when you work on a job, Dr. John, something you get paid for. But when you work on your mission and your purpose and your calling, it's something you're made for. I want to help people. I want to be able to give some value to people. And I hope that with this story, with what happened to my father, that hopefully it will be able to help someone. And this is how I'm continuing his legacy. It says that a righteous person, when he's leaving this world, he continues to live.
Yeah.
Because he lives through the great actions and the great righteousness of his following. And, that's what I've got. And I feel it with my family, and I'm blessed. I'm blessed, and I'm so grateful.
I want to ask you a very in-depth question. How did it feel putting that story to print emotionally and spiritually?
Very good question. First of all, it was very, very difficult to write because knowing that my father, I remember there were times when I was a younger kid and I heard in the night that he was screaming. And he later told me, he said he was pushed down some stairs, many, many stairs by a German officer. And he was in tremendous pain and suffering, in the dream. It was a dream, but he was living that dream. So I remember, this happening, and it was difficult to write because, it was not something like I'm writing about, someone else. I'm writing about my flesh and blood. I'm writing about my history, my legacy. And like I said, I feel I have a responsibility, a duty, an obligation to share this with the world and to help people so that it can bring the greatness of my father to the world, and his name will continue. And maybe someone out there will change their life because of the greatness of my father. That's amazing. Then I feel so complete in my life to be able to do that.
How did your family take that news that you were doing that?
How did my family take what?
The news that you were writing a book about your father.
Well, they were somewhat excited, but they didn't really know what kind of impact it was having. They thought that, it's okay. It's, like another story, especially my kids. They really don't understand. Now they're a little older, so they understand more, but they really don't understand. They really can't fathom it. And now when I'm, together with yourself, #1 on Amazon International bestseller. That's powerful. In 13 categories. Unbelievable. My father was born on the 13th of January. Wow. 13 categories. Dr. John Positivity and Dr. Angie. Wow. We're so grateful to you and all the other co-authors, and we're going to impact other people.
Yeah.
And that's amazing. That's really amazing.
So what's next for you? You did this project, and what's next on the horizon for you?
Great question. Okay. Well, I'm working on speaking engagements. So if anybody would like to, contact me, it'd be a pleasure to be able to share and give value to, to other people. That's what we're talking about, doing speaking engagements. And I'm working on a complete book about my father, because this is something that I really want for my family, that they can understand who their grandfather was, and what he did in his life, and even through so much adversities and pain and suffering, but he never gave up. And I think that's something that we've got to, resonate with people.
That's
and
the message. Never give up.
You never give up. You got to be a fighter. That's, he says, tough times, who said, never last. Tough people do. We got to be tough. We got to be a fighter. Believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities. Believe, and live life with purpose by design. Pamela Henkin, she has her podcast, right? Purpose by design. We got to live our life with purpose by design, with a plan of action, and go after it, and accept responsibility. That's what we got to work on too. Accept responsibility for your life, and know it's you is going to get you where you want to go, and only you. Well, of course, with God's help, but only us. That's it.
So how can people reach you? They want to connect with you. What's the best way to reach you?
Well, they can reach me out to me on Facebook, okay, or on YouTube, and my website. I have a little bit of. I'm working on difficulty. I'm having some difficulty with it right now, but hopefully they'll be able to click, get into the website, and also LinkedIn.
You want to give me a website to put on the screen?
To give you the website?
Yeah.
It's strive for, but with number 4, strive for excellence.com. We got to always strive to be in the top in life, Dr. John, because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. We've got to strive for that top.
Exactly. Go for the top. There's plenty of folks at the bottom.
That's right. That's right.
You got to climb our success ladder. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is striveforexcellence.com. Striveforexcellence.com. And that is how you connect with my friend, my brother, Shlomo Nash. And his spirit is so positive, it's upbeat, and it's purposeful. And I thank you for the spirit that you brought to the book project. I thank you for the spirit you bring into this discussion. And I just thank you for your overall spirit, my friend.
Wow. Like I said, I'm grateful for you and Dr. Angie that you reached out to us, and you had a vision, and you went after that vision, and we did it as a team, and it was a team effort, and we did it. Number 1 international.
Yes.
13 categories.
13 categories.
13. Now, unbelievable.
I remember in the group on launch day, I said the next group of PowerTalk authors gonna have a lot of work cut out for them. You guys raised the bar.
Wow.
So, what advice would you give for the PowerTalk 2 authors who are coming behind you? What advice would you give them?
What advice would I give them? Well, I give them the advice that, number 1, like I was saying earlier, we got to build that building. You got to have the foundation. And the foundation is that believe in yourself. Believe in your abilities, because you got greatness in yourself. You're a gift to the world. Be the gift that we were born to be, that you were born to be, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what I'm doing? I'm going to put you on solo. Yeah, speak life to the people, brother. You got the spirit. Go for it.
Okay. So I was just saying, be the gift that you were born to be, because you have so much to give to this world. And as our mentor Les Brown says, we've got greatness in ourselves. And believe in yourself. That's number one, that mindset. Number two, you got to be like a sponge. Dr. J, Dr. John, Dr. Angie, they're amazing. They've got tremendous knowledge, but not only knowledge, they've got tremendous heart and so much to give. And they want to give a lot. So if you're like a sponge and you just take in all of what they're going to give you and believe in yourself and strive to be in the top in life, because it's the bottom that's overcrowded. And to believe that, whether you think you can or cannot, as Henry Ford says, you're right, because it's all in our mind. If you think you can, then go for it, because you will. And visualize it. Act the way you want to be, because soon you'll be the way you act. You have to see yourself. Visualize it. I was working on it. I was saying to myself, I'm going to be a international speaker. It was hard to believe, but ladies and gentlemen, if you say it enough and you believe it enough and you internalize it enough, it's going to happen. And Dr. John and Dr. Angie, they are the ones that will facilitate to bring it out. And it's a pleasure. I feel honored, grateful to be a part of Connected with you. It's amazing with our streamline. I was in Israel, in Jerusalem, and now I'm here in the States. But it's just pretty amazing. And we're connecting with people and giving value to people. That's what it's about.
All over the
world. Yeah.
All over the world. That is the mandate. Touch the world.
Yeah, touch the world. That's right. You're doing something.
I thank you so much for being here today and being on this podcast. I thank you for adding light and value to those who are going to listen. And I thank you in advance for the life you're going to touch.
Thank you so much, Dr. John. And like I said, nothing can dim that light that shines from within. No matter where you go, no matter what the weather, always, ladies and gentlemen, bring your own sunshine. Okay, that's what my father did. In every situation, he brought that sunshine. And I think that's how I connected with you, John, because you do that. You bring the sunshine. Life is full of adversities and challenges, and I was just, listening to your, on Facebook, and you made a video, and you went through some tough times with Dr. Angie, and you still bring that sunshine, and she's going to come out and she's going to come out stronger than she was.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Because we've got those prayers for her, okay?
Yes, thank you, my friend.
Okay.
Thank
you. And have a wonderful day. Okay. And keep that shining. Keep that smile going. Okay.
Definitely. Never gonna lose that, man. That's just at the end of the day. That gets me through the day.
That's right.
My smile is an aftertaste.
That's right.
That is better on the other side of what I'm dealing with. That's my aftertaste.
That's good. That's very good. Yeah.
Bless you, man. Take care, my friend.
You too. And thank you so much for having me being a part of this amazing, amazing team. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, never give up. Be a fighter. That's it.
Never give up. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Shlomo Nash, author, speaker, motivator, and bringer of value. Like he said, you have to visualize it. You have to internalize it. You have to keep it at the forefront of your mind. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. If you can believe it, you can realize it. This has been Power Talk. I am your host, Dr. John Gray, and on Power Talk, we have real talk about empowerment and purpose. And I want to just leave you with this. Where your attention goes, your energy follows right after it. Where your attention goes, your energy flows right behind it. So keep that in mind. So if your attention is on things that are negative, that's where your energy is going to dwell. But if your attention are on things that are positive, that are motivating, that are encouraging, then that's where your energy is going to flow. And think about it. We have a finite amount of energy to give. So how much energy are you going to waste on things that are not conducive for you? Accentuate the positive. Trust me, your future will thank you for it. This has been Power Talk, and I'm Dr. John Gray. Have a wonderful evening. Take care, and I will see you next Wednesday. I'll see you at the 4:30 time. We went on 5:30 today because I had work obligations, but we'll see you at the normal 4:30 time. Take care. Have a great day.